Okay, so hopefully this is going to be a quick video. So I'm just exposing yet another racist that's pretending to be, in this case, Asian. Usually they just pretend to be like whatever minority, racial minority they are actually being racist towards. In this case, this racist piece of shit's name is Jazz ZMAN. This guy has like a really weird, fucked up channel, just filled with like some of the most bizarre, stupid shit I've ever seen. Um, but they're a Mortal Kombat fan. So how this began was we were having a discussion about voice actors in Mortal Kombat, and I made the remark, the controversial remark, to racist pieces of shit that support Drumpf like this fucking low life scumbag. Um, I said that it's better to have more Asian representation in media than less because there's so few Asians represented in media. And it's better for an Asian voice actor to voice an Asian character. But of course, that's offensive to this insecure white boy who hates Asians and hates any other race other than white people because he's a racist fucking piece of shit, as I pointed out. And they're so unbelievably jealous of other racial minorities. Like, they hate the fact that there's like other races represented in the media, and they want to just completely abolish any minorities being in media. But the way they kind of do is they always say we should only have the best person for the job. No, 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 no. They don't really care about having the best person for the job because the best person for the job would actually be someone who's representative of the character. Of course, they have double standards too because whenever a character is whitewashed, someone who's supposed to be white, someone, whenever like reverse whitewashing, I suppose. Whenever there's a character who's supposed to be white and then it's being played by, say, a black person, like the James Bond controversy, um, they cry and whine about how the character's supposed to be white and how it's not accurate. But then when you have an Asian person who actually plays an Asian character, then they cry and bitch about that when it's not a white person. So uh, they have no consistency at all because they're racist scumbag pieces of shit. So this is the person in question who is pretending to be Asian. So I'm not going to waste my time actually uh, going through this imbecile's long, boring diatribe, um, because it is a rant, hate-filled, uh, just filled with all kinds of nonsense. Instead, I'm going to focus on just one little thing here. Okay, so this racist, who is white, by the way, and he's trying to pretend like he's Asian, which is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my life. So he quotes what I said, and I said, it's better to have more Asian representation in acting roles since there's so few of them. And then the racist, who is white, by the way, responds by saying, ah, yes, social justice. That immediately uh, signals that this guy is a racist because they're using racist platitudes. They always label anyone who disagrees with them, who points out racism, or even talks about equal rights or representation in media by minorities as social justice warriors, right? So they say, ah, yes, diversity and representation in a mocking way. As an Asian myself, I like to see Asians and minorities represented, but and then does the social political card thing, um, which is basically like a derivative of the race card platitude that Fox News did a lot during the Obama years. So this person has like these are the clear signals that this person's a racist. They first use the like a derivative of the race card platitude, which is a signal that they're a racist. It's like basically saying I don't see race, and then they go on to see race and then say racist things. Um, Now, even more perniciously, they try to say that they are Asian when they're white. By the way, this person's a white guy. They try to say as an Asian as is to lend their arguments more credibility. That's a fallacy. That's an appeal to authority fallacy. I didn't ask you what your race was. I didn't ask this piece of shit racist what his race was. It's completely irrelevant to the argument. But yet they fixate on that as a means to lend their bullshit arguments more credibility. So I didn't waste my time. Look at all this nonsense. A fucking essay worth of nonsense. And then I just dismissed this piece of shit racist uh, remarks, and I said I didn't waste my time reading your long, boring essay. I did skim it though, and found that you simultaneously claimed to be Asian and then made a racist platitude about social justice during a time when anti-Asian sentiment is at an all-time high. I don't believe for a second you're Asian. You are a racist, however. And this piece of shit racist got so fucking triggered. So triggered. Now, anti-Asian sentiment is at an all-time high. Okay, this is April 5th, 2021. And because of the racist Donald Trump, people have been committing hate crimes against Asians. Um, there was just a shooting recently that was very high profile at at like an Asian spa, and so many people were killed. And what does this piece of shit say? Of course, you can already guess what this racist white person says. They denigrate, they dismiss the fact, because their feelings they care more about their feelings than they do about facts. They dismiss the fact that anti-Asian sentiment is at all-time high, racism against Asians is at all-time high. They dismiss that by just simply saying that racism against Asians has always existed. Yes, that is true. However, he's using that remark to denigrate racism against Asians being at an all time high, and then says that it's just media manipulation. No, it's not. These are facts. So, what does the racist white person say? LMAO. You obviously can't counter me at all. No, I just don't care. I'm not wasting my time reading your long, boring fucking essay that's filled with racist vitriol. The only thing I cared about was the fact that you claim to be an Asian when you're white to lend your bad arguments undue credibility. That's an appeal to authority fallacy, you stupid fucking moron. And I cared about the fact that you used platitudes that are often regurgitated by well known racists, like Candace Owens, which this person then cites as if you need any more evidence that this fucking piece of shit is a racist. Blah, blah, blah. You tried to blah, blah, blah. So saying social justice means I'm a racist. Yes. Yes. Saying stupid shit like social justice warriors, or you're doing social justice, or you're doing this card, you're doing the race card, you're doing another card, and blah blah blah. When you use verbiage that's used by well-known racists like Fox News, yes, that absolutely is signals, excuse me, it absolutely signals that you are a racist, because this is the garbage that you watch. By the way, saying race card is from the fucking Obama era, you stupid fucking idiot. You racist scumbag. That makes me wonder how old this piece of shit is, because this guy has got to be pretty fucking old. What the fuck are you doing on a Mortal Kombat video? Anyway, says I'm a racist and I'm not Asian, and then he rants and cries so much about the fact that I don't believe that he's an Asian when he has absolutely no proof that he's Asian, and the fact, and I've encountered so many of these pieces of shit that constantly claim, like, it's like they're ashamed of being white. Like, this guy is a basement dwelling, zit faced loser with no job, lives in his parents' basement, and is pretending to be Asian. Okay, why don't you prove it? Why don't you post a video of your face so we can see if you're Asian or not? He won't, because he's white. Maybe he might try find some Asian off the street and like try pay him to be in his video when he's just a zit faced white boy living in his parents' basement. Sorry, dude. I'm exposing you as a racist. Why don't you prove it? I suppose it's vaguely possible that he might be just a racist, self-loathing Asian. I guess. There was that guy Gutanks, who I think maybe is Asian. I'm not really sure. But he said some racist stuff, and he like uh, admired the coup attempt. He praised it, and then Twitch had to ban his fucking ass off of Twitch, and removed the PogChamp of his face and replaced it with like a fucking raptor. So, okay. Hey, if you're Asian, prove it. Post your fucking face in a video and say, hey, this is me. I'm an ugly piece of shit that's a racist. Okay, at best, you would just be proving you're an Asian. Doesn't prove that you're not a racist, though. But if I were to guess, yeah, this sack of shit is probably white. Okay, and then it says LMAO. That's like saying Thomas Sowell and Candace Owens aren't black because they think critically. So he's admiring Candace Owens. So Thomas Sowell, I don't know too well. Um, I have seen him like being circulated among right wing alt right groups, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's a racist too. Candace Owens absolutely is racist, but it's kind of interesting that this guy is praising Candace Owens. Candace Owens actually used to be part of what he would consider to be the SJW crowd. Like she was responsible for creating that website of like bullying the bullies, and then when everyone attacked her, she decided to jump on the alt right bandwagon and betray her own race by being racist against black people. She just did it for money. I don't know if she's like trolling her own side or not. But if you did a little research, you stupid fuck, you would find out that that's her history. That's what she actually did, you moron. Doesn't make her any less racist. I mean, if you're betraying and saying racist things, betraying your own race and saying racist things for money, even if you're not genuine, you're still a racist. But yeah, Candace Owens is a huge fucking racist. I'll admit it's unusual for a black person to be racist against black people, but she proves that yes, you can. Blah blah blah. I'm not a, like. Thanks for telling me what ethnicity is. Like it is. Like, this guy is such a whiner. What a perpetual victim. You are such a pussy ass bitch. Anyway, um, you you got this guy ZMAN. I'm gonna post a link to his channel in the description so everyone knows that this guy is actually a racist sack of shit and is almost certainly a white boy. But hey, feel free to prove us wrong. Anyway, that's it. See you later.